Hi guys, my name is Tolulope Olasupo and welcome to my channel. Salespeople are often seen as being aggressive sometimes when they try to sell to a customer. Even I myself have often tried it a couple of times when I try to sell to someone and it looks as if I'm inconveniencing them. And that's because the customer thinks that I'm being pushy or I'm being too aggressive. And sometimes this often leads to you not being able to get the deal because the customer will feel that you don't have their best interest at heart. So today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how you can effectively persuade a customer without appearing pushy. When I mean pushy, what are the things that you need to look out for? One, when you try to sell to a customer without even trying to find out their need or try to build a rapport with them. The second thing is that if you're trying to be very aggressive and the customer feels very inconvenient. And the third thing is that if you're not reading the customer's body language correctly, these are things that can make you appear pushy when the customer tries to buy from you. So today's video, you're going to be learning some of the tips that will help you to be able to avoid some of these mistakes. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, kindly hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you can get so many useful sales tips from us. The first thing that you need to do if you want to avoid being pushy is to be helpful. This cannot be overemphasized because for you to effectively persuade somebody, you need to act as well as an advisor to them. You need to act as someone that is knowledgeable and someone that has connections. Because there are times that a customer comes to you and then they need something even beyond what you're trying to sell to them. And in the initial stages, you might need to guide them in that process. So as a person, I've realized that when I try to sell to a customer and I go as a consultant or as an advisor to them, they often devote more information to me and it's easy for me to persuade them to even buy my product. So this is something that you can do when you try to persuade a customer because everyone needs help in one form or the other. There are things that you want to sell to your customer and the customer might need other solutions to go with it. Don't be too selfish or too stingy by not trying to connect them to people that can help them in the things that you don't provide to the customer. The second thing you need to do is that you need to let the customer feel like they are the ones making the decision. When people feel that they are the ones making the decision, it often makes them feel very comfortable with you. So what you need to do is that when you try to sell to a customer, you need to try and ask them open-ended questions so that they can feel like they're telling you more things about themselves and what they do. Because people like to share about what they really do. When you do this, the customer feels like they are the ones making the decisions at the end of the day. The other thing you need to do is that you need to also amplify the pain point. So for example, if you're an internet service provider and your customer comes to you that they are having challenges with their current service provider, it often takes a lot of time for them to be able to upload stuff on the internet. And you want to provide a solution to them that will help them to reduce that time. So one of the things you need to do is that as the customer is divulging that information to you, you need to amplify it so that they begin to see the reason why they need to migrate to your solution. So this is something that can help the customer begin to navigate towards making the decisions themselves. Because when people make decisions themselves, they feel very confident in the choices that they have made. The third thing you need to do is to be adaptable. There's nothing wrong with you preparing a script when you're trying to make a pitch to a customer. But one of the things you need to realize is that sometimes the conversation might go in a different direction and you need to be very open and flexible so that you're able to reach out to the customer in the areas that they really need you the most. So you need to find out more about what the customer is doing, what are their needs, how are you able to help them in their current roles. As you begin to move in this direction, the customer will begin to open more to you and to become very easy for you to persuade them. And the other thing you need to do in this instance is to also to listen very carefully. Because even when the customer begins to divulge information to you, you need to show them that you are paying attention to the things that they are saying and not like a cliche that you're just trying to nod your head to what they are saying. So these are some of the things that you need to put in mind when you want to persuade a customer and not appear pushy. You need to remember that customers need to feel like they are the ones making decisions for what they want and not what you want them to do. By doing this, you'll be able to persuade the customers effectively. If this video has been helpful to you, kindly hit the subscribe button and share this with as many people this would benefit. Thank you so much for staying tuned. See you next time.